It's NFL. It's week 7. Let's go. Welcome aboard, folks. If you're new here, this is El Hombre. This is Trust the Profits. And we are doing NFL picks for every game, week 7. And we've been winning, folks. We've been winning a lot of games, winning a lot more than we're losing. Let's start it off. We're going to do the full slate for week 7, and we're going to start off with Thursday Night Football. Let's jump right in. The first game up on the stage tonight. Jaguars at the Saints on Thursday Night Football. And this is the spread as we see it today. We have New Orleans minus 1.5 at home. The over-under is 40. And ladies and gentlemen, all I can tell you is that Trevor Lawrence, CJ Beathard, it doesn't matter. I like the Jacksonville Jaguars to cover here. I don't care about the over-under. I don't think it's going to matter much. If you have a strong opinion on this, go ahead, do your thing. Not a bet for me. I do like Jacksonville to cover here, and the reason is simple. They need to win. The AFC is very difficult. They have to, it's going to take like a 10-7, 11-6 type of record to even make the playoffs there. It's not going to be easy. It's not the NFC. So listen, the Saints are terrible. The Jaguars cover here. I like it whether Trevor Lawrence is correct, whether he plays or whether he doesn't. Bet the Jaguars, but don't go too hard. I don't like this game that much. Thursday night, take the Jaguars. Bada boom, bada bing. Now, let's move on to Sunday. We have the Detroit Lions, my Detroit Lions, if you haven't noticed my hat. Detroit Lions +3 at Baltimore. At Baltimore, who's been a little bit sketchy. And the over-under currently is 42, opened at 41.5. Lions have won 4 straight games at 14 points or more. Guys, I like the Lions here. I'm not being biased either. I just think that they're better. Their defense has been top 10. Their offense has been top 5. This is a great team. Whether you believe it or not, whether it comes to fruition or not, playoff time, we'll see. But to me, right now, the Lions are a much better team than the Ravens, even on the road. Take the Lions to cover that spread. Tread lightly. It's not a lock. Over-under is not a lock either. Let's look at the Raiders at the Bears. This is a terrible game. Both teams are horrendous. And let me tell you something. Justin Fields is out. I don't even know the dude's name. It's not even worth knowing. I actually do know the dude's name, but I'm not even going to grace it on this recording. It doesn't matter. Here's my advice for the game. Raiders at the Bears. Just don't touch it. The over-under is dropped like 7 points. The spread is going to change wildly. Nobody knows what we don't know if Garoppolo's playing. We don't know anything about either quarterback. It's a bad game. Stay away. The less information you have, the more you can stay away. That's it. For this game, no bet, guys. Even the degenerates out there can understand that. Cheers. Let's have a drink. It's week 7. Moving along, let's take a look at the Browns at the Colts. And ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a little bit better of a game than I think everybody realizes. These two teams are a little bit better than I think people think. All right? Deshaun Watson with his Asian massage parlors, whatever he's doing, I don't care. I don't even care if he plays. The Browns are pretty damn good at 3-2 sitting right now. Cleveland -2 on the road to Indy. In Indy, we all know Gardner Minshew. He's a warrior. He's that guy. Not super confident in either one of these teams right now, but I do think that both of them have a little fight in them. So let's take a look at this thing. I like the Colts getting 2.5 only because they're the home team. I don't feel super confident in that at all, to be honest, but I do like the over 39.5. And now it seems to have dropped to 39. I don't know. I'm not super confident in either of these teams in any capacity, but I do think they're going to score some points here. That is what it is. Not a great game. Moving along, Bills, Patriots. The Bills at the Patriots. And I can't tell you how good this makes me feel to say this. The New England Patriots are the biggest abortion in the league. I don't need to look at any of my notes. I've got a lot of notes. I do my homework. the New England Patriots are the worst team in the NFL, and that just makes me feel so good. God damn, I love it. Sorry about that. If you're a Patriots fan, I apologize, but damn, does that feel good. So the Bills going in. Bills minus 8.5 on the road, guys. And I'm looking at my notes. It's 8.5 still. I would tread lightly here, but I think the Bills are going to cover this. And I'll be honest, it could be the Bills minus 17, and I wouldn't feel good about the Patriots. They're terrible. The Bills are a much better team. The Bills, like I said about Jacksonville earlier, they need to win. I like Buffalo on the road here to get this win, probably easily by at least 10. Let's look at the over-under. It is 41.5. Nope. Because I'm not sure the Patriots are going to score more than 10. I'm out. But I do like the Bills to cover here. Washington Commanders at New York Giants. Very interesting game. And I'm going to surprise you here, folks. I don't like the spread. I don't like the spread at all. I feel like it's very accurate. Washington can't beat or lose to anybody by much. I mean, they've played close games, a lot of drama. That's what the Washington Commanders are doing for you here in 2023. But I will tell you this. This is a jam job of an over. This is an overplay, folks. You might be surprised to hear it. And here's why. Washington's averaging 24 points a game on their own. And it's not pretty. This is an ugly team. This is not, this is not the Buffalo Bills. This is not the Lions. This is not, whoever you want to throw in there. But they're scoring 24 points a game, even in losses. The Giants can't stop anybody. Washington can't stop anybody. This is an overplay. The 39.5 seems like a major advantage to the over bet. And in fact, that's a top 3 play for me right now. Washington Commanders at the Giants. Take that over and go hard. That overplay is top 3 for me. Let's go to the Atlanta Falcons at Tampa Bay Buccaneers in an NFC pathetic South. Bad teams. Hard to even cover these teams. Tampa Bay, I do think, is a little better than people think. Surprise, surprise. Baker Mayfield, not that bad. Is he a franchise quarterback you want to invest $100 million in? Probably not. But is he serviceable? Can he win on a good team? He's proven that, I think, this year. And at home against Atlanta, listen, give me Tampa. Minus 2.5. I think the Buccaneers win this game. The Falcons, Ritter's awful. Ritter's the worst starting quarterback in the league, at least the bottom 3 guys. Because they got a lot of talent on the Falcons. And Ritter has made so many mistakes. He's going to cost coaches their jobs. He's going to cost general management their jobs. Ritter is terrible. This is the worst quarterback in the league. Listen, and Baker Mayfield, if Baker Mayfield is like the bragging right of this game, he's way better than Ritter. All right? I don't care whether you like him or hate him or call him a midget, whatever you're going to do. He's way better than the Atlanta Falcons quarterback, who Atlanta Falcons have Algier. We all know about freaking Bijan. We get it. They can run the ball. The Lions shut them down by blitzing on Ritter, taking him out of the game. Tampa's got just as good of a defense. The Lions. This is going to be a bloodbath. Tampa's going to cover this easily. Let's take a look at this. Under 38.5. It's currently 38. Take the under. This is going to be like a 17-10 type game, guys. This seems easy. Good luck on it, but the Falcons are horrible. That's a fraudulent 3-3. They should be like 1-6. Next up, what do we got? Steelers, Pittsburgh at the Rams. The Los Angeles Rams with my former love infatuation, Matthew Stafford. Love to see it. And they're playing decent. And they're going to get the win here. Let's take a look at my numbers. The Rams are -3 currently, and they are going to cover this, folks. Pittsburgh is, again, this is another team with a record. They're 3-2. How they're winning is impossible. Not a good team at all. It's a really bad team, folks. The Steelers are horrible. I don't care who their quarterback is. Mike Tomlin, good. Great coach, whatever. Good franchise. They've done the right thing. They've been, in my lifetime, one of the best franchises in the NFL. Year in and year out, they're competitive. And guess what, folks? At 3-2, they're competitive this year too, but they're terrible. And the Rams are average, as their 3-3 record would suggest, but they're not bad, not great. Stafford is going to win close games. That's what's going to happen here. With this -3 number at home and Cooper Kupp coming back and looking pretty good last week, the Rams are going to run away with this one, folks. And I don't know. I would say the under 43.5. I got it at 42.5. This thing's climbing up. I take the under here, and here's why. Because Pittsburgh can't score. It's a bad club, folks. Take it or leave it. The Pittsburgh Steelers suck, and I love it. I love it. The Patriots and Steelers are terrible, and the Detroit Lions are good. I am just sitting well with that tonight. Thank you. Next up, we have the Cardinals at the Seahawks. The 1-5 Cardinals going into the 3-2 Seattle Seahawks, who are a pretty good club. They beat the Lions. They gave that Lions that 5-1 mark. They have beat them. The one loss we have is to Seattle, and Seattle's pretty damn good. At the very least, they're pretty solid on both sides of the ball. Geno Smith turns into Joe Montana in Detroit. Can't explain it, but let's see what we have here. I love the Seahawks. It's -8 on the board here, as we can see. I had it at -7.5. I think Seattle blows this one wide open. Blows it wide open, and here's why. Like I've mentioned with Jacksonville, and I've mentioned with other teams, they need this win. 3-2 in a competitive NFC. The NFC is better than people think. And they're in that freaking NFC West with the Niners. They're not going to win that division, folks. They need a wild card, and they're going to have to win 11 games. They need this win. And, we had a little bit of a fraud going on with Arizona, where they were looking pretty good with Dobbs. Everybody had a little bit of a love affair. I'm guilty. That team sucks. All right? I mean, it's just not that good. So let's take a look at this in depth into the numbers. Seattle -7.5 or 8, whatever you got. I love it. They're sound on both sides of the ball. Offense and defense, both good, not great, but both good. And Arizona, honestly, looking like a mess. Worse and worse each week. You're seeing negative progress out of Arizona. I think they looked more competitive like 3 weeks ago than they do now. Let's move along. And here's a game nobody cares about. I don't care who you are, what part of the country you're in, what nationality you are, nothing. Nobody cares about this game because this is two worthless teams. The Green Bay Packers with that pile of shit Jordan Love going against fat pile of shit Russell Wilson in Denver. And this is a game that nobody cares about. I almost just want to skip right through it. If you're going to bet this game, I will take the fat ass Russell Wilson leaking his fat lard all over the field. Take the point now. I don't even want to do it. It's not even worth my time. Just don't watch the game. Do not support these shit franchises. This is a terrible game. How's that? Because look, that 45, I think Vegas put this at 44.5 we're looking at. It's about right. Nobody should touch this game. It's not a game that anybody should pay attention to. Neither team's doing anything this year. That's it. The LA Chargers at Kansas City. And here's the dirty little secret, folks. We have Kansas City -5.5 at home. And guess what? That was the opening line, and that's the current line. I need a drink because I have to explain something to you. We've all been watching Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift doing cartwheels on national television, and that's cute. And they're great. They're all great. And I mean that. They are. But Kansas City, the Chiefs don't look that great this year, guys. I'm not super impressed. And the Chargers, I mean, Justin Herbert is a I heard a great comparison to him today. A young Matt Stafford. Look that up, folks. If you're a Chargers guy, look that one up. He looks like a young Matthew Stafford. He's got the intangibles. He's got the talent. He's got the arm. He's got the skill, but he doesn't know how to win. And that's what he looks like. He looks like a young Matthew Stafford. Maybe it's time to get out of the Chargers. With all that said, you have Taylor Swift singing symphonies to my daughters who both love Taylor's work. Travis Kelce, who's just an annoying whatever. And Mahomes with his brother. I mean, it's a cesspool of a show out there in Kansas City. But they are the defending champions, and it's hard to deny them. But what I will deny them is I'm taking the under here, guys. I am taking the under. It started on my books 49.5. Here it says 48.5 and it's down to 48. I still like the under. As a green play, as the biggest play of the week, the biggest play of my week is the under on that Chargers-Chiefs game, because I think we all expect them to both score a lot. The Chiefs aren't scoring a lot, guys. This is not the 2021 Chiefs. Tyreek Hill's not coming out of the tunnel. This is not a big scoring team. Harrison Butker's got more points than Mahomes this year. How's that? And the Chargers, they only score as much as they need to lose. So to me, this looks like a 20-17, 24-21 type game. They're not hitting 49, guys. Take that under. Jam job. Big jam job. The under is the play of the week for me. Chargers, Chiefs, under. Lock it in. Let's go to Sunday Night Football. The Fish. Arguably the best team in the NFL. Versus arguably the best team in the NFC, which I think is a fallacy. I think the Eagles are really good, and they were great last year, but they're not great this year. That 5-1 record is a fraudulent record. And I know I've been taking some shit in the comments, and I probably will here too. They're not that good, guys. Jalen Hurts doesn't look good. The team doesn't look that good. They're not, I mean, even at their worst, they're a better than average club. So I'm not insulting them saying they're shit. The Eagles are a good team, but they are not elite. They are not with my Lions. They are not with the Niners. Dare I say they are equal to the Seahawks, the Tampa Bay Bucks, that type of team to me. However, Miami Dolphins might be the best, definitely the best offense in the league. Their defense is suspect. We'll see what happens here. But all things indicated, man, this is an over job. Even at 52. My numbers, we started at 51.5. This is an over job. The Eagle, that's the number 1 offense, the number 8 offense in the NFL, combining together with 2 defenses that are suspect. And honestly, the Dolphins' offense is unlimited with the talent they have, the speed they have. And the Eagles' offense has underachieved to me. Sorry, guys. I know the Eagles are, everybody's whatever. Hold your hand, whatever you got to do to feel better. But the Eagles have underachieved this year. They're not that great. I think the Fish go in there and beat them on the road. I'm not betting on that, but I will bet on that over. 52 is not enough points. I think this thing goes to 60. And lastly, let's talk about Monday Night Football. And don't let me get started about the Vikings. I apologize for having to talk about the Vikings, folks. I'm not going to bet this game. And here's why. Vegas nailed the lines here. And when Vegas nails the lines, you need to know how to step back. As a bettor, step back. It's okay. I know you're itching and you are just scratching like, I understand. But this is a game. Vegas nailed it, folks. The 49ers at Vikings, -6.5 on the road. That's perfect. 44 is perfect. Man. No bets, folks. I don't know what to say. First of all, you had the 49ers coming off a game they lost. Yes. This is the best team in the NFL, folks. Debo was out. CMC, McCaffrey, who makes that motor run in San Francisco. Make no mistake, that's the guy. If he goes out, and as a Lions fan, I don't want to wish despair to anybody, but I secretly hope that he's out. But when he's in, the Niners are the best team in the league. Both sides of the ball, they got like 10 freaking Pro Bowlers. It's a great club. But when he goes out, it's a different offense. The Vikings are playing without Justin Jefferson. I don't know. I don't like this game at all. I'm staying away. You want to play some prop bets? Good on you. But we are 5 days out. I'm not going to do that. Thanks for joining, folks. It's your boy Alumbre. Let's go. Let's keep a winning record. Love ya.